Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today's going to be a little bit different of a video, kind of a news slash reaction, or not reaction, review video. It's December 7th, Saturday, and I was just scrolling on my Facebook, and I follow Kai Hato, the drummer of Nightwish, on Facebook, and he broke the news to me. I hadn't heard before that one of his heroes, Nicko McBrain, who is the drummer for Iron Maiden, he's been the drummer for Iron Maiden for 42 years, has decided to step away from the band, step away from touring. He's still going to be involved with the band. He still definitely has. He said he's definitely still going to be part of the Iron Maiden family, but he's decided to step away, which is it's bittersweet. He's been doing this for most of my life. I mean, if he's been he became the drummer of Iron Maiden when I was 10 years old, so he's basically the Iron Maiden drummer that I knew by far best. I mean, I knew of and have obviously heard Clive Burr, but of course he passed away, and Nico's been there since the early '80s. So was a kind of a big surprise, but understandable. He wants to spend time with his family. The grind of touring is rough, but I wanted to share kind of my thoughts on this, because Iron Maiden has perennially been my favorite band. Bands come and go. Other ones have climbed up. Right, everybody knows I'm a giant fan of Nightwish. Bandmate, The Warning have climbed up into those ranks, but Iron Maiden has always been that constant of my favorite band. So it sucks. I was going to kind of go over their statements, Nico's statements, and then the band statements. So let me switch over. This is the picture that Iron Maiden has shared on their, has posted on their Facebook page. And it's obviously of Nicko in the spotlight where he belongs. He's such an amazing drummer. Then there's his statement. So this is the statement from Nicko. After much consideration, it is with both sorrow and joy I announce my decision to take a step back from the grind of the extensive touring lifestyle. Today, Saturday, December 7th, Sao Paulo will be my final gig with Iron Maiden. I wish the band much success moving forward. I will, however, remain firmly part of the Iron Maiden family, working on a variety of projects my longtime managers Rod Smallwood and Andy Taylor have in mind for me. I'll also be working on a variety of different personal projects and focusing on my existing businesses and ventures, including the British Drum Company, Nicko McBrain's Drum One, Titanium Tart, and of course Rock and Roll Ribs. What can I say? Touring with Maiden the last 42 years, that blows my brain. 42 years has been an incredible journey. To my devoted fan base, you made it all worthwhile, and I love you. To my devoted wife, Rebecca, you made it infinitely easier, and I love you. To my kids, Justin and Nicholas, thank you for understanding the absences, and I love you. To my friends that are always there for me, I love you. To my bandmates, you made it Sorry, I'm actually getting choked up with this. To my bandmates, you made it a dream come true, and I love you. I look into the future with much excitement and great hope. I'll be seeing you soon. May God bless you all, and of course, up the irons, Nicko. That I'm actually tearing up from that. I've actually already read that. I read that earlier, but reading it out loud was that was emotional. And now this is the statement from Rod Smallwood, their manager, on behalf of Iron Maiden. God damn it. This isn't, I didn't realize it was going to hit me this hard. Nicko, and we all love you too. Thank you for being an irrepressible force behind the drum kit for Maiden for 42 years and my friend for even longer. I speak on behalf of all the band when I say we will miss you immensely. Ever since Rock in Rio in 1985, we have had a special relationship with Brazil, so to bow out of touring in front of 90,000 fans here in Sao Paulo, over 2 nights is poetic, and you are deserving of all the accolades I am sure these marvelous fans will give you on this last show. Phantom look forward to many more years working with you on the projects you mentioned, and I am sure we can find a few more special ones around the Maiden family and FC. The band and I all have 1,000 great memories of the past 42 years, great gigs, copious platinum and gold discs and awards, love from the fans, and one beer too many on too many occasions. Such a bond is forever, and as Steve Harris says, Nicko is and will always be part of the Maiden family. Rod, Andy, Steve, Bruce, Davey, Ed, Adrian, and Jan. P.S. Maiden will always get their man, and our already chosen new drummer will be announced very shortly. Which, as of this, at the moment, they still haven't done that announcement yet. I'm curious on if it's going to be a known drummer or if it's going to be somebody just out of nowhere. This is big. This is big for me. Like I said, I honestly didn't realize I was going to get that emotional when I was reading Nicko's announcement. That was crazy because, like I said, I read it earlier today. But that's incredible that he's going out on a 2-night gig in Brazil. I'm actually going to be reviewing. It's not a reaction. I've seen this video 1,000 times, but Iron Maiden's "Fear of the Dark" in Rock in Rio in 2001, I believe it's from. So I wanted this to be a good time to get Iron Maiden onto my channel. I obviously haven't reacted to any of them because I know I've heard everything they've done. But with him, with Nicko leaving, this was a good opportunity. The only Iron Maiden I have on my channel would be The Who covering The Trooper, which I just did a month or two ago. And The Who are currently, or at least at the time, were on tour with Iron Maiden. I don't know if they're in Sao Paulo tonight for this final show of Nicko or not, but that's the only place I have Iron Maiden on my channel. So I'm glad to have a reason to get them on my channel. Although it's kind of a bittersweet reason why. Did want to say I have seen them live twice. I saw them during the Blaze Bayley era, like a small club, which was actually kind of cool getting to see Iron Maiden in a small club. And then I saw them about 12 or 13 years ago in Albuquerque with a big arena. It was amphitheater. It was outside. Giant show. It was really cool. We were about a mile away from the stage, but it was still amazing to see them live. But I'm excited for this. I love this song. This version of the song is unbelievable. The crowd at Rock in Rio, I believe, if I remember right, it was like, God, what is it? 20 or 250,000 people. A 250,000 people singing their lyrics back to him, and the crowd is amazing at the show. This may be one of the greatest live performances ever. This song is amazing. So let's get into it. So it's Iron Maiden kind of celebrating Nicko McBrain's final show that's happening tonight. It could be happening at this moment while I'm recording this, with one of his greatest performances ever. So here we go with Iron Maiden and "Fear of the Dark" at Rock in Rio in 2021. Nope, 2001. Sorry about that.
A light in the black, or just a fear? of the dark.
There's the man. This is that crowd. Look at Bruce just enjoying the moment.
I am a man who walks alone when I'm walking a dark road. Night are strolling through the park. When the light begins to fade, sometimes feel a little strange, a little anxious when it's dark. Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always there. Fear of the dark. You. Fear of the dark. Have a phobia.
The Bruce laugh.
Something's always there.
Nicko always looks so happy when he's drumming.
Now you run your fingers down the wall. I give them your next skin crawl when you're searching for the right. Sometimes when you stand to take a look at the corner of the room, it says that something's watching you. Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark.
I missed it. I wanted a shot of Nicko. Almost. Nope, don't do that. Stop. Okay, sorry about that. I've always been fascinated with Nicko's drums because they're Iron Maiden has been at the pinnacle of heavy metal music for 50 years. But when you think of heavy metal, you think double bass drum, just you have a thought on what the drum kit's going to look like. But Nicko's drums he's always just done a single bass. I'm trying to think, does he ever do double kick? I'm sure like later in years he got the double kick pedal, but he always only has one bass drum. A ton of really big toms, and they're all way up here. I mean, look at him. He's like in a cage, and he doesn't have to move around a lot to drum because all his drums are right there. He can just do everything he needs, and his kit has always fascinated me so much. And he's always so happy when he's drumming. I love that. I love that about him.
I have a phobia that someone's always there. Have you ever been alone at night? Got 200 steps behind and turn around, no one's there. There's a quick curve of your pace. You find it hard to look again because you're sure there's someone there. Fear of the dark.
I love that change right there to the gallop.
I have a constant fear that something's always near. Fear of the dark. Fear of the dark. Have a phobia that someone's always there.
And back to this change up right there. I love how much energy Bruce always has. And also, this was the album. Fear of the Dark was the album that brought Bruce back to the band, and brought Adrian back to the band, and it you know began the era that is now almost 30 years on of them having three guitarists, which no band has three guitarists. It's always, unless you're going back, to the Eagles, or I think Pink Floyd may have had three guitarists, but it's crazy that when Adrian came, it was announced that Adrian was coming back. You were like, oh, who's leaving? Because they have two guitarists. So I always thought that was amazing. They kept all three guitarists. It's been like that for the last 25, 30, whenever. When did he come back? He came back in '99, so it's been 25 years since since both of them have been back in the band, and they have so much sound. With that third guitar, you've got so much going on, and they've got so many options with all three. Dave, Adrian, and Janik all being there. To contribute. They're all three amazing lead guitarists, so it's so good. And of course, Steve Harris, the backbone of the band. He is he's the leader, he's the founder of the band, and he just has. I actually just recently watched a video of there's I can't remember the name of the channel, but they bring in musicians. I've seen them do drummers and bass players of different genres, and they'll play him a song with this happened to be a bass player came in, and they played him an Iron Maiden song with the bass track taken out, and let him try to figure out what he would do as a bass player, and then they let him hear the song as Steve did it, and I loved the compliments he was giving Steve, because he's such an amazing bass player. But this song is just, like I said, it's one of, if not my favorite Iron Maiden songs. It is so good. So many change-ups. Now you got that crowd again. Singing the guitar part. I love watching Bruce run around. I love he's riding the camera. I love the change-up. Nicko's snare sounds so good. I did want to talk about Bruce a little bit more. He's making these giant moves, and I've said this in a couple videos that I remember a interview years and years ago, and I've seen people react to. I watch a lot of reactions, and I see people react to Iron Maiden, and they almost always comment on how theatrical Bruce is and how he's doing these big movements, and it's like, and you got to think about it the way Bruce does. If you make just subtle movements, you're just sitting there kind of moving, barely moving. Sure, the people in the front of the crowd can see you fine and get with you, but when you got 250,000 fucking people in the crowd, the people in the back aren't going to see subtle movements. So he performs as if he's performing so that that person's in the very back is going to be able to see him. That's why he does so much big moves. That's why he runs around so much, and that's just points to another impressive thing about him, is that he can run around as much as he does and still sing the way does, and be one of the greatest voices in all of music. I don't say heavy metal music. I'll put him up against anybody, and he'll be in the top 5 for sure. Bruce, Dio, Floor, these voices. I'll put him up against anybody in the world. But this is such a great song. I love all the change ups. There's so many great change ups. Going back to Nicko, who this is the video is kind of about. He does those change ups flawlessly. He changes the beats up, the tempo changes, all that, with a smile on his face and relaxed as you can possibly be. He's just such a phenomenal drummer. And the crowd joins again. What other band has 250,000 people singing the guitar part?
When I'm walking a dark road, I am the man who walks alone.
Okay, that was Iron Maiden with At Rock and Rio in 2001. Fear of the Dark, one of the greatest single song performances in history. So good, so freaking good. Nicko, what can I say? He's just such a phenomenal drummer. I wish him all the best and get to spend more time with his family, getting to just relax. All of us want to be musicians, dream of being able to tour the world for 40 years, but when it comes down to it, that's a hard life. And you just gotta, you gotta take care of yourself. So, I'm very happy for him. I'm sad for all of us. I'm happy for where Iron Maiden's going to go from here. I'm sad that Nicko's not going to be on the road with them. It's this back and forth where he was such an important part of the band for the last 42 years. I keep saying that number, 42 years. Most bands don't last 42 years, much less, have the success that Iron Maiden did. Iron Maiden is one of those bands that broke through. They're this, intense, high quality heavy metal band that everybody knows about. Whether you're into heavy metal or not, everybody's heard of Iron Maiden. So, I hope y'all like this. I hope Nicko has an amazing retirement, although from the sounds of it, he's not exactly retiring. He still has a lot of stuff going on. But I hope he enjoys himself. I'd love to see in 5 or 10 years him do come back for a show or something, one of those things. And if when it should be already happened, but when Iron Maiden gets inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which they should have been inducted 20 years ago, I hope he's there for that. They deserve it. He deserves it. Nicko, up the irons. Love you. If you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Go give some love to Nicko. It's well deserved. So thank you for watching, and I will talk to you next time.